For the Kings, they are on the road and looking to make a statement win against a top opponent. A win here could turn their season around, and it all happens next. Pelicans, Kings. Tip-off right after this. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me at the table, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we've also got Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Thanks very much. Now, improving NBA officiating has gone high-tech. Today, the NBA uses the proprietary game review system, which is broken down from double-digit camera angles. Analysts spend a day or two dissecting each game. And, Kevin, that data is used for evaluating, training, and communication with the teams.
Isn't that something? I mean, every day there's something new. Fascinating stuff, DA. Thank you. Now Sacramento starting five. Harris and Sabonis hold down the post positions for him. Monk is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Herter in at the 3 slot. And for the Pelicans, Ingram in the front court with Williamson. McCollum and Jones are their guards. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5. Well, we expect to see sparks flying down in the paint tonight. Greg, a couple of very talented centers matching up head-to-head in this one.
But with the way the game is played today, we can see them battling at the arc. Modern bigs make their presence felt now all over the floor.
McCollum, a second chance effort, and Valanciunas with the layup.
And one way Valanciunas generates offense, using that big body to snare the board and keep the play alive.
Fox feeling it out a bit. Pass to Sabonis. Williamson against Murray. Pass to Monk. Clock at 6. No good that time. Good D by Jones. Fox against McCollum. The pass to Williamson. And finished off by Williamson.
Already such a well-coordinated athlete for his size and age. Williamson bringing down the house.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Outside, Fox. Now here's Herter. He's covered by Ingram. Herter, no good. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Here's McCollum. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. 4-point game. And it's Fox with the jam.
Just so crafty getting to the rim. Fox runs inside, leaps over the defense for the easy finish.
Last outing for the New Orleans Pelicans. It was a loss to Los Angeles.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
They were bricking, they were missing, they were airballing, they were doing everything. Brutal night shooting for them when they couldn't even hit the broadside of the bar. They couldn't hit the ocean if they fell out of a boat.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Here's Murray. No good, shot missing. And there's the foul. It's on Keegan Murray. That's his first foul. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
I think people underestimated the Pelicans last year. They had such a tough start to the season, but still were able to make it to the playoffs. No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pass to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Here's Fox. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Murray against Williamson. On the wing, Monk. Passes to Herter. From past the arc. That one's not going to go. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Unfortunately, the Pelicans did make a first-round exit in the postseason.
In a series, they took to 6 games, but yeah, couldn't put together that deep run. Maybe this year, things will be different.
Williamson on the follow.
Using his vertical on the offensive glass, Williamson is adept at reading misses and pouncing on second-chance opportunities.
So the Kings call timeout, their first. And as incredible as Zion Williamson has been and is, the big problem, Greg, is keeping him ready to play. His health.
And there have been all sorts of opinions chiming in on whether he can play at a high weight. But the bottom line is something needs to happen to keep him healthy. He's lost too much time early in his career.
Now, here's Fox. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Out to the wing. Williamson with it. Now guarded by Fox. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And there had been so much talk about Zion wanting out of New Orleans. That was all put to rest this past summer. Zion signing a loaded extension to keep him with the Pelicans for the next handful of years.
You know, Richard, this is hard to believe, but the Kings haven't made the playoffs since 2006, which is the longest streak right now in the NBA.
And I remember them being one game away from playing us in the NBA Finals. So this has been surprising for everyone. Look, Sacramento, they have to prioritize winning because it just has not been working out. And their fans are amazing. They love some playoff basketball. Get those guys some playoff basketball.
Sabonis, no good.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
And you have to feel for him. That's the kind of miss that will stick with you for a little bit.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Outside, Fox. Pass to Herter. Here's Murray, covered by Williamson. Murray kicks to Monk. Looking to end the run. And Jones pulls it down. Pelicans leading by 12. Cullen passes to Valanciunas. The feed to Williamson. The second effort. And Valanciunas puts it in. Valanciunas has got 6 points.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. At this point of the season, Greg, right in the heart of the schedule, what are the biggest challenges for a player?
Kevin, sometimes it's just about knowing what city you're in. The travel in this league is crazy, but you really want to keep focus and sleep and eat right. Vital.
Fox dishes to Murray. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist.
We all know that Fox can score, but there he is reminding you that he can also drop some dimes.
And here are the Pelicans now. Outside, Jones. Pass to Ingram. Murray against Williamson. For Murray. Here's Valanciunas, and he converts the layup. 8 points for him.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The pass to Herter. Back to Fox. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Excellent use of size there by Valanciunas. Reaching out and just swatting that shot away. And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Pelicans leading by 14. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Passes it to Valanciunas. It's Ingram on the wing. He's defended by Herter. And that one's good. Ingram.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Outside, Fox. There's Sabonis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Richard, teams love to have a big man like Sabonis who they can run their offense through, don't they?
Yeah, he's got triple-double potential every time he steps on the floor. Look, he gets on the glass, his passing is so perfect, and then he's a great presence down low.
Larry Nance is checked in for New Orleans. The Kings also at the sub. Barnes, he's checked in for Murray. Now here's Ingram. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. 6 on the shot clock. Jones. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Yeah, I like that he's not taking any chances there. Sabonis goes up strong with the finish.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for New Orleans. They lead by 14. Unloads from 13. Again, the Pelicans score.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now, here's Monk. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Herter. A three-pointer, no good. Pelicans leading by 16. For 3, Ingram. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. Monk with the ball. Jones covering. He takes it in.
And how committed is Monk there on the attack to the rim? When he puts it on the deck, he's looking to take it all the way.
And so it's New Orleans with it. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this year.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago.
6 to shoot. Here's Jones, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Davis surveying the floor, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Marshall, he's checked in for Ingram. Mitchell, he's checked in for the Kings. Alvarado passes to Murphy. Here's Alvarado. Valanciunas with the ball. He dishes it to Murphy. Back to Valanciunas. Stolen by Mitchell. Pass to Barnes. To the paint. Here's Duarte. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Here's Alvarado. Sacramento making their last shot. Murphy passes to Nance. They get it again. Can't connect from short range.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
They set a physical tone early on, and they're being rewarded for their efforts.
Here's Alvarado. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 4 on the shot clock. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Zion Williamson's checked in for New Orleans. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Pelicans.
And, guys, things are looking up in New Orleans. The extension for Zion Williamson reflecting his commitment to this young core. And with the 8th pick in Dyson Daniels, the Pels added to their bevy of young wing defenders. They're building a team to contend.
It's stolen by Wiles. Now, here's Mitchell. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Feeds to Barnes. Back to Mitchell. The three. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Williamson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Nance, and the jam by Larry Nance.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Now, here's Mitchell. Alvarado grabs the board.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Pelicans leading by 14. 1:43 left to play here in the first. And Nance kicks to Marshall. Unloads from 13. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
Boy, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. It was rough.
Well, a key member of that 73-win Golden State Warrior team was Harrison Barnes.
And almost the forgotten part of the famed death lineup, it was Barnes, Steph, Clay, Draymond, and Andre Iguodala. Harrison, a big piece of that 2015 championship team as well.
First one falls for him. Over the last few seasons, the Kings have been near the bottom of the defensive rating. And, GA, that is a problem.
Yeah, I think they've tried to address that a little in the draft, taking Davion Mitchell back in 21. But it's been a consistent issue in Sacramento.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Here's Alvarado. It's hauled in by Lyles.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Inside. That shot off. Good D by Williamson. Over in the corner, Marshall. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And the Kings look a whole lot different now than they did for most of the 21-22 season. And they were changes that had to be made.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. Here's Mitchell. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Passed it to Duarte. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's his first trip to the line. The first one falls. Daniels, he's checked in for Marshall. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Pelicans leading by 11. Here's Alvarado. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And there's the pass to Williamson. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Williamson's got 10 points.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
And so, guys, it's Zion Williamson making things happen for New Orleans. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. And we'll be right back after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin for the Pelicans here, guys.
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
They're just out-hustling them on the boards, punishing them for refusing to box them out accordingly.
The Kings trail by 13. Brandon Ingram's out there with Jones. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's McCollum. And it's Daniels in at the shooting guard position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Here's Duarte. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Ingram.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now, here's Fox. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. The shot's good.
Gonna have to do more than this to stop Fox. He's such an outstanding competitor.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And a bucket like that one might be just what they need to cut into this lead.
Here's Valanciunas. His last outing, he had 18 points. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. Sacramento grabs the miss.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Murray outside. Sabonis, the pass to Duarte. Bunk for 3. They grab their own miss. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Just doing his job. Sabonis is there to snag the offensive rebound and put it right back.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for New Orleans. At one point, they led by 16. And Valanciunas now atop the key. Here's Jones. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Keegan Murray.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for New Orleans. And that one falls for Jones. In your younger days, RJ, you had seasons where you averaged over 22 points a game. Some players later in their careers struggle accepting smaller roles, different roles. As a player, talk about that challenge.
Self-confidence is a weird one. Sometimes it can work great for you, and sometimes it can work against you. For me personally, as I got older, I loved finding the challenge. And the challenge was, how could I star in my role? Was it as a 10-point-a-game scorer? Was it as a 20-point-a-game scorer? Or was it as a 5-point-a-game scorer? Because ultimately, you have a chance to have an impact on the game. And I love basketball, so I was going to take any role you were going to give me.
What a great answer. So in other words, you've always got to evolve.
You always get to evolve, and it's always going to be adapt or die, especially as you get older. You have to adapt or your career's going to end. I would have never played 17 years if I didn't adapt.
Here's Murray following the basket by C.J. McCollum.
And you can learn a lot about rebounding by watching this guy. Look at the fundamentals there on the box out.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match made in heaven. I'm happy to be here. The cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
Well, and he's completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands. Good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story. New Orleans leading by 10. Passes it to Daniels. Back to McCollum. Jones up top. That one, no good. Murray with the defensive effort. For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Pass to Sabonis. Double team Sabonis. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so it's New Orleans with it. The Pelicans have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Valanciunas against Sabonis. No good from Valanciunas. The Kings trail by 10. Outside, Fox. Pass to Herter. And Jones sends it back. And Daniels up top. Guarded by Fox. Here's Jones. Lays it up off the glass. Jones has got 7 points in the game. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And the Pelicans making a change here. Marshall's checked in. Here's Murray. Here's Sabonis. Nice feed from Valanciunas. New Orleans leading by 12. Jones dishes to McCollum. Back to Jones. Out to Ingram. Now the pass to McCollum. Clock at 4. Lets a floater go. Second shot opportunity. No good from Valanciunas. The Kings trail by 12. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Three-pointer, Fox. That's tipped, and there's the foul. It's on Keegan Murray. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And it's Jones with the ball for the Pelicans. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter, and he gets the bucket. He's got 10.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Here's Fox, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Back in 2020, De'Aaron Fox signing a massive extension, Greg. 5 years and $163 million.
Yeah, and Kevin, every NBA hopeful wants that second contract. Credit to De'Aaron for working his tail off and earning every penny of that deal.
And the first one at the line is good. You spent 2 seasons, Richard, with LeBron James in Cleveland. What was it like to play with LeBron?
Well, I like to think that LeBron was playing with me the entire time. That's the way I viewed it, but it was amazing.
I should have reworded that. I'm sorry. My mistake.
Thank you. I think LeBron James was outstanding to play with just from a camaraderie standpoint, and he always wanted to make the right pass, which, you know, for pundits, they complain about it, but for a teammate, you love it. You love playing with a guy that tries to play the right way night in and night out.
His understanding of the game must be off the charts, correct?
It is so ridiculous the way that he just sees the game before it's happening. He is easily one of the smartest players that I have ever been around.
McCollum, no good.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Fox, no good. And they get it back. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Pelicans leading by 13. Marshall with it. Now guarded by Fox. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
The turnovers keep coming. It's been a pretty sloppy start to the game for them, but they're still in the driver's seat.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Williamson's checked in. The Kings also at the sub. Barnes is checked in. Right side Sabonis. Double team Sabonis. Here's Monk. That falls. Nice feed that time from Sabonis.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Well, the father of Domantas Sabonis, Arvydas, named to the NBA 75 All-European team. Arvydas 7'3" and just so skilled.
Nancy's checked in for the Pelicans. New Orleans has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Cullen passes to Marshall. New Orleans moving it around. And here's Ingram from the arc. Here's Nance. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And the Pelicans lead by 13.
And what I like about Nance Jr. is how he positions himself, knows his strengths on offense, and plays to them.
And it's Fox with the jam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And Greg, what was it like playing with the 7'3" Arvydas when you were in the NBA together?
Kevin, we had a couple years together in Portland, and I'll tell you what, he was an incredible passer. Really made me a better cutter because he was the first guy I played with that could make all the passes no matter where he was on the floor.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 9. Back to Sabonis. Shot clock at 6. Double team Sabonis. The wide open look here for Fox. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Pelicans leading by 8. Pass to Marshall. Now here's Ingram. He's defended by Herter. Ingram outside. Fox with the steal. Pass to Sabonis. The trade. Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Fox.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Cullen passes to Nance. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Monk. New Orleans shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team. Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And some changes here for the Kings. Lyle comes in for Kevin Herter. And Davion Mitchell subbed in for Monk. Both free throws good from Nance. The Kings trail by 7. Outside, Fox. Pass to Sabonis. And the call on the shot. It sends him to the line.
You can tell Sabonis brings a lot of heart to his game. He's serious about winning, but he also knows how to enjoy himself out there with his team.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. And the first one drops. And Sabonis drops them both.
It's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Some timeouts you just know you're going to get yelled at. And with these turnovers, I'm going to tell you it's not going to be a very pleasant timeout.
Ingram against Lyons. The pass to Murphy. And here is Ingram. Wide open. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Ingram's got his second bucket.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
Here's Barnes. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Fox has got his third assist on the night. Pelicans leading by 5. Here's Alvarado. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Murphy with the ball. Ingram wide open. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Pelicans lead by 8.
A solid shooter from outside the arc. Ingram is fantastic at realizing when he should take those shots.
Now here's Mitchell. And Fox has it in the corner. Lyles passes to Barnes. And the layup's good off the glass. Barnes has got 4 points this quarter.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Passes it to Nance. Kicks to Ingram. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Kept alive. Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
Terrific energy so far from Williamson on offense. You can tell he wants to make an impact on that end.
Mitchell looking it over. Sabonis high post. Back to Mitchell. There's the 3. The offensive rebound. And it's Barnes on the follow.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Ingram outside. Murphy down low. Lyles there. Murphy can't hit. The Kings trail by 6. Now Mitchell. Here's Sabonis. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Sabonis has got 10.
Clearly, Sabonis has that shot dialed in before he even gets the ball. He catches it and shoots it with a quick release.
Pass to Alvarado. Back to Ingram. Nance outside. To the wing on the left. Here's Murphy. No good on that one. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Mitchell outside. 1:05 left in the first half of basketball. Puts it up from 7. Sabonis, no good. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. At one point, they led by 16.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break of mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Count it, good. 10 points for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
43 seconds left to play here in the half. Pass to Alvarado. Here's Nance. Sacramento grabs the miss. Sabonis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Now, here's Mitchell. He's covered closely. Here's Lyles. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. Outside Murphy. It's hauled in by Lyles. Lyles got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's Fox with the jam.
He's having one of those nights. Fox just filling it up.
With 1 on the clock, that one doesn't go. It's a tie game in New Orleans. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A tremendous start for Zion Williamson. He had 12 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 assist. And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Pelicans?
You have to love a team that pounds the offensive glass. That's going to gain you extra possessions. And check this out. Sometimes just having more offensive chances than your opponent wins the basketball game.
Shaq, how do you think Sacramento played?
Well, it's been a big night for the guys off the bench so far. The scoring has given them a real spark. I think we can expect a few more minutes for the reserves than usual tonight.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you've got to stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Second half underway, and here's who Mike Brown's got on the floor. They've got Monk. Kevin Huerter is out there with Murray. Then it's Barnes, and it's Fox in at the point. Now here's Barnes. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. McCollum feeling it out a bit. There's the pass to Jones. Now Williamson, covered by Barnes. Barnes against Williamson. Here's Valanciunas. That shot misses. Good D by Barnes. And for the Kings, their shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. For the lead, he lays it in. Barnes has got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Ingram. Fires the three. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Off to a bit of a slow start in the second half. 0 for 3 so far.
Like many scouts felt, Murray was the most NBA ready of all the draft prospects last year.
He understands what he does well and plays to that. He can control the pace. It's hard for defenders to speed him up, and he gives you versatility at both ends.
And in a league full of shooters, Malik Monk is right there with the best of them.
And has always been a weapon from outside, has refined his shot selection the last few years, and starting to come into his own as a reliable outside threat.
Take a break. Two shots.
The first free throw is good.
There's a quiet confidence that Monk seems to play with. You can see he just feels like nobody can guard it. Kid just plays with an edge.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Sacramento. And so he makes both from the line. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Poked away and stolen by Murray. Here's Herter. Again, the miss by the Kings.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Pass to Monk. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Monk's got 4 points in the quarter.
And one of the more underrated elements of his game. This is a guy that's always in control. Love seeing him finish even with the contact.
Outside, Jones. McCollum finds Williamson. Pass to Ingram. Clock at 6. Shoots over Herter. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Ingram with the steal. And New Orleans pushing it up now. McCollum with the ball. On the wing, Jones. He's defended by Herter. Here's Williamson, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Williamson's got 14 points for the game.
Powerful move there by Williamson. He's not afraid to throw his weight around in the paint.
The pass to Monk. A floater. And Jones pulls it down. And it's Jones with the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
The pure shooting ability of Ingram does all the talking there. He gets the ball and delivers that quick release.
And here is Fox after Brandon Ingram getting his shot to go from deep. Sabonis against Valanciunas. Sabonis kicks to Fox. The Kings need to get off a shot here. The shot by Monk is no good. And there's the foul. It's on Keegan Murray. That's his fourth foul of the contest. Daniels, he's checked in for Williamson. And a change for Sacramento. Duarte's checked in. On the wing, Daniels. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Domantas Sabonis is one of the best passing big men in the league. He said, sharing the ball is contagious. Everyone feels confident and knows they'll get touches, which makes the game fun. And that can build chemistry on a young team. Kevin?
And David, we know how important that is. And we thank you for your report. Sacramento making a switch here. Davis is checked in. The Kings trailing. Duarte passes to Sabonis. Passes it to Herter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And Herter drops them both. New Orleans gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Pass to McCollum. Ingram outside. And here's McCollum. He has 7. With the drive, and McCollum with the slam.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick-and-roll option.
Here's Duarte. He's covered by Daniels. Murray against Jones. Murray kicks to Herter. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Jones.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
New Orleans in the lead. Ingram outside. Back to McCollum. Pass to Jones. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game. And that one falls for Jones. Trey Lyles checked in for Murray. And so Jones nails both of them. Timeout called by the Kings.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
The Kings trail by 4. Here's Duarte. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Davis against McCollum. And it's Davis missing. And the Pelicans with the possession. They're on a 12-4 run. For 3, Ingram. And the Pelicans get it back.
Yet another possession they've managed to hold on to. They are really in control on offense.
Yeah, and how about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
Davis, the pass to Lyles. Back to Davis. The pass to Herter. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Herter's got 5.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Ingram finds McCollum. Ingram outside. In the corner. Daniels. They get the rebound. Here's Jones. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
The Pelicans have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. Barnes, he's checked in for Lyles. And that one falls for Jones. The Kings trail by 6. Here's Duarte. He kicks to Davis. Sabonis inside. Defended by Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sabonis trains it from 9 feet away. He's got 12.
In good position as always. Sabonis going to town. Love his footwork in there.
New Orleans leading by 4. Passes to Daniels. Now here's McCollum. He's got 11. Daniels with it. Off with the layup. The Kings trail by 4. Here's Herter. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
McCollum, nice jump shot from the top of the key. McCollum's got 13 points.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Timeout called by the Kings. New Orleans making a switch here. Alvarado's checked in. And a change for Sacramento. Davion Mitchell's checked in for Kevin Herter. And the way C.J. McCollum, Greg, can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league at it.
Sabonis, no good. Pelicans leading by 4. McCollum with the ball. Picked up by Davis. Here's Alvarado. That falls. Nice feed that time for McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists in the game. Now Mitchell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Barnes left side. Over Nance. Sacramento again missing. And here's Murphy. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. That free throw good from Nance.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
That one is no good. The Kings trail by 7. It's Davis on the wing. He's guarded by Murphy. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Williamson is checked in for New Orleans. Mitchell outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Talking about Davion Mitchell, an explosive guard who can really score.
The first one falls.
And Mitchell is capable of getting it done from all 3 levels.
He certainly is dynamic when it comes to scoring, and now the next step is him improving as a distributor, as well as getting more comfortable just kind of running their offense.
He's perfect from the line this time.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Alvarado passes to Williamson. Kicks to McCollum. Back to Williamson. Pass to McCollum. Now here's Williamson. Just 5 on the clock. Floats it up for Williamson. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Sion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
Mitchell outside. Here's Sabonis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
It's the versatility and the unpredictability of what Sabonis does that makes him so hard to match up with, which is why he gets these easy tic-tac fouls.
And Sabonis drops them both. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Pelicans. Here's Alvarado. Here's Williamson. Sacramento grabs the miss. Sabonis has got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. Here's Mitchell. Nance with the rebound. Nance has got 6 rebounds in the game. Williamson finds McCollum. Here's Alvarado. 1:39 left to play in the third. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
The Kings trail by 5. Now, here's Mitchell. Lobbed up there for Barnes. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. New Orleans gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. And Nance kicks to Murphy. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Williamson. Score the basket. His 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Barnes. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%. Pelicans leading by 3. McCollum outside. Murphy with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Williamson. He kicks it to Murphy. A 3 from McCollum. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Mitchell passes to Sabonis. 17 seconds left to play in the third. Count that one. Sabonis has got 18 points in the game.
That kind of challenge isn't going to deter Sabonis. He's good at gutting through contact.
Alvarado passes to Williamson. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, and looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Pelicans lead by 6. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Up front, it's Williamson at the 4 and Valanciunas at the 5. Then it's Ingram. Then there's C.J. McCollum, and it's Daniels in at the 2. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Now, here's Monk. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot. Outside, Fox. Back to Monk. Off target from outside.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
And again, New Orleans has no luck. The Kings trail by 6. Fox passes to Sabonis. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Check out Sabonis putting that size to work, getting the finish despite the contact.
Now the pass to Daniels. And Valanciunas kicks to Ingram. Williamson, the pass to Ingram, and it's good for 2. That's 12 points for Brandon Ingram.
You see the playmaking ability of Williamson there. Great pass to set up his teammate.
Passes it to Sabonis. Pass to Herter. Rejected by Ingram.
And great use of length by Ingram. Able to reach out and get his hand on the ball for a block.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
So it's Sacramento. New Orleans knocking down that triple moments ago. Sabonis. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
As a coach, you know that you can count on Sabonis to give you a double-double every night.
Daniels with it. Monk defending. Here's Valanciunas. Over Sabonis. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And it's not everybody who needs hops to finish at the rim. Valanciunas just needs to be an arm's length of the bucket to throw it down.
Now, here's Fox. Murray outside. Shoots. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. And it's Ingram missing.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
Jones checked in for Daniels. Free throw good, Murray.
And guys, how about the scoring of De'Aaron Fox?
The scoring ability of Fox is off the charts, continuing to perfect his craft while also seeing his rebound numbers go up. That's how you become a reliable, complete guard in this league.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Fox passes to Sabonis. Here's Williamson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
An absolute beast in close. Once Williamson has this kind of positioning, you pretty much have to foul.
Barnes, he's checked in for the Kings. And the second free throw, good.
The explosive athleticism of Williamson is so much fun to watch. For a guy his size to move like that, incredible.
And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Pelicans leading by 7. McCollum kicks to Jones. He's looking for Williamson and finds him. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Over Sabonis.
Sabonis does a great job of playing team defense. He's always in great position, and look, you just never question his effort.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
He's been relentless, and he's been doing it in a variety of ways. But right there, it's all about the hustle on the offensive glass. He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well, cleaning it up and sending it right back.
Back to Jones. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance?
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And catching the defense flat-footed and taking full advantage. Big bucket there to extend the lead.
The defense comes at Fox hard, but he's ready for it. He knows how to stay agile and nimble inside.
Pass to Jones. Ingram outside. Lets it go from 11. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Can't do this against Ingram. He's good at seeking out contact and finding ways to get to the line.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Trailing here by 8. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. Closing in on the end of this long, long road trip, as that will be game 6 of 7 straight away. New Orleans gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Ingram outside. Back to McCollum. New Orleans moving the ball around. Now here's Ingram. He's defended by Herter. And that one's good. Ingram.
And they've had him bottled up here in the fourth. Just 2 of 7 from the field.
McCollum against Fox. The pass to Barnes. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 5 assists tonight.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Thanks, guys. Willie Green had some words for his team during the break. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Thank you, David. Williamson trying to free himself up. Chalk up 2 there. 17 points for Brandon Ingram.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Now, here's Fox. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Now it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Fires it up. Here's Sabonis. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
McCollum kicks to Jones. The feed to Williamson. Over Barnes. Here's Valanciunas. No good on the shot. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Now Herter. Softly drops in the floater. And now it's just a 4-point Pelican lead.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
Here's McCollum. Outside, Jones. Back to McCollum. And here's Valanciunas. Passes it to Jones. And here is Ingram. Williamson with it. Covered by Barnes. And there's Williamson on the assist from Ingram. Williamson's got 13 points in the second half. The Kings trail by 6. Outside, Fox. On the wing, Barnes. Drains it from beyond the arc. Barnes has got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Outside, Jones. Ingram up top. He's defended by Herter. Tries again. They get it back. And it's sent back by Sabonis.
Nice defense there from Sabonis, getting his timing just right to come up with the block.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Jones, the pass to Ingram. And Valanciunas kicks to McCullough. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. McCollum against Fox. McCollum left side. Shoots over Fox. And too long on the shot. The Kings trailing. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Here's Jones. Pass to Williamson. Kicks it to McCollum. And the layup falls. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
Something seemed to click for him at halftime. He's looked a lot more focused, and the game is just easy for him now.
Fox against McCollum. Herter on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Barnes passes to Monk. Sabonis trying to get open. No good with the layup. Pelicans leading by 3. Here's Williamson, and Barnes sends it back. Here's Herter. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
You got to appreciate just the presence of mind there. Monk demonstrating solid court awareness by finding the open man.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Williamson. Monk grabs the board. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Fox, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
And part of becoming a superstar for Zion, you have to sink free throws when it matters most.
And that trip coming up empty. Missing both. Kings shooting here about 46% for the game. Herter passes to Fox. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. And it's now 23 points for De'Aaron Fox.
What energy from Fox when they're up against it, proving he's ready to be that guy.
McCollum against Fox. McCollum passes to Williamson. Back to McCollum. Williamson in the post. Barnes on him. And it's sent back by Sabonis. And Sacramento has possession. It's a one-point game. To the middle. Here's Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
And Sabonis has proven that he is huge in the clutch. He has hit big shots time and time again for this squad.
Fox against McCollum. Pass to Williamson. Poked loose and stolen by Barnes. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Fox. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
And Fox doesn't wilt under pressure. He steps to the plate and accepts it.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
High pressure moment here for De'Aaron Fox. No need to rush. Just focus on the hoop.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
In a tight game, he is exactly who you wanted at the line.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're down by 3. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, De'Aaron Fox.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's giving him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made them pay.
There's 48 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Nance with no one around. It counts! A tremendous three to tie it up.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Now, here's Fox. On the pass to Sabonis. It's stolen by Jones. McCollum outside. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Good!
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're behind by 2. 19 seconds left in the game. Outside, Fox. From 15 feet away, no good.
They came close there to tying it up.
You love the intensity out there right now. Close game, both teams leaving it all out there.
So it's a narrow victory for New Orleans, pulling it out for a W. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
Got a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with C.J. McCollum. C.J., how did you pick this defense apart and find your teammates?
I just tried to be aggressive. I was coming up short in the first half, but I was getting where I wanted to go on the court. So based on the film, I was just trying to make the right passes, whether that be weak side or finding the big man rolling. And tonight they finished it.
Well, your work study paid off, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. So long, everyone.